Thank you. Hello, Magic fans, and welcome. I'm B. Dave Walters. Last summer, I had the privilege of previewing some of the highlights of Magic's Adventures in the Forgotten Realms set, and I've been dying to do more of this, and today is the day with the deep dive into the new set, Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. Of course, I cannot do this alone, so joining me will be my very dear friend, esports commentator, streamer, and debut veteran, Becca Scott.
Hey, Dave. Up here. Are you excited for some Neon Dynasty?
Yeah.
Me too, so come on, get up here.
Hey, all right, come on, let's go. Today's the day. We're doing Neon Dynasty.
Okay, Mr. B. Dave Walters, please, I'd like to reintroduce you to Maris Mullally, Magic's world building design manager.
Hello, good to see you again, Maris.
Hello, it's so good to see both of you in person.
Yes, so good to see you.
Shall we talk about Kamigawa?
Yes, please. Okay.
Absolutely.
So I heard that the fans already got a little sneak peek of a little bit of Kamigawa. Is that right?
Our Building Worlds video gave a peek at the creative process for building a set with all the world building, and we looked at Neon Dynasty specifically, but just kind of opened up part of the curtains generally for our world building process.
Well, as someone who loves hearing about all the work that goes into this sort of thing, could you give us like a quick overview of the process and the world building?
Yes, so when we ultimately decided this set is going to be a return to Kamigawa, but with a futuristic twist, we realized that we were going to be approaching our return visits a little bit differently. When we go to Ravnica and Innistrad in the past, it's usually been a time span in world of a couple months to a couple years. Here, the original Kamigawa that we saw in 2004, bringing it all the way up to this neon futuristic world, that's 1,200 years of history. So we had a lot of fun, creative space and freedom to really push the boundaries of what Magic could be.
Yeah, I think a few world events could have happened in that time. You made super, super bold choices, which I'm a big fan of for this modern day Kamigawa. Yeah. It isn't like anything I've seen Magic do before.
No, we really haven't done science fiction or a kind of futuristic setting, so we really just wanted to push those boundaries, but still keep the magic, still keep what people hopefully expect from a Magic the Gathering set and what people expect from Kamigawa. The first time we went, there was a conflict between the spirit realm and the mortal realm. And that unique relationship between the spirits and the mortal realm, we're not at war anymore, but that relationship is still special, so it's still present in Neon Dynasty.
But they settled their beef.
We've settled that beef.
Yeah.
The conflict now is really about what is all of this new burgeoning technology bringing to the plane? How do different groups want to integrate it into their lives? Just how does it affect everything?
Not relatable.
No.
No.
Never heard of such a thing.
Yeah, definitely not relatable at all. But, you know, because we were spanning this whole 1,200 years of history, when we were doing the world building, we wanted to find a way to make that history feel natural. And we also wanted to pay homages to original Kamigawa. That way, even though it was futuristic and didn't look exactly like it was the first time you came here, there were still elements that fans of the first block would recognize.
Are there any like new incarnations of some of the older characters?
Yes, so we definitely pay a number of homages to original Kamigawa. Let me introduce you to some modern day incarnations of the Dragon Kami. This is Kairi, the Swirling Sky, and Ao, the Dawn Sky.
Kairi, the Swirling Sky. 4 blue for a 6/6 legendary creature dragon spirit. It has flying, ward 3. When Kairi, the Swirling Sky, dies, choose one. Return any number of target non-land permanents with total mana value 6 or less to their owner's hands, or mill 6 cards, then return up to 2 instant and/or sorcery cards from your graveyard to your hand. Ao, the Dawn Sky. 3 white for a 5/4 legendary creature dragon spirit with flying, vigilance, and when Ao, the Dawn Sky dies, choose one. Look at the top 7 cards of your library, put any number of non-land permanent cards with total mana value 4 or less from among them onto the battlefield, put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order, or put 2 1/1 counters on each permanent you control that's a creature or vehicle.
Okay, so those are
Wait
incredible.
a minute. So these creatures, once you kill your opponent's big flyer, then something awesome happens for them, and they still get to make a choice about it. That's pretty powerful.
Yeah, they're powerful Kami. They know what's up. They're also available in borderless versions. Like if you think those are awesome, they just get extra awesome.
Oh, the colors here are so strong, and it's very geometric design.
Those are absolutely incredible.
Oh, yeah, I really enjoy these borderless.
Another callback that we have for original Kamigawa is a cycle of shrines. This is the shrine Goshintai of Shared Purpose.
3 and a white for a 1/3 legendary enchantment creature shrine.
Ooh, yeah. So the shrines we've seen in older sets reward you every time you play another shrine, but this is a shrine and a creature.
So my big takeaway here is that Kamigawa is a place with a lot of history, a lot of stories to tell. Who were kind of the big movers and shakers that we should be looking out for?
I think the best place to start in Kamigawa is the Imperial Court, located in Eiganjo. They are really the center of authority on Kamigawa. It's where the Emperor is located, and the Imperial Court is overseeing the merges between the spirit realm and the mortal realm.
Do we trust them?
Yes, I mean they are looking out. They are looking out for the well-being of the humans and the spirits that are living now alongside each other, no longer at war, living alongside each other in Kamigawa. But because they're trying to balance the protection of the plane overall, when it comes to technology and the regulation of new advancements, to some folks outside the Imperial Court, the Imperial Court might seem to kind of move slow or be a little bit more restrained about their control of technology.
So if they're kind of centrist, like who are pushing the pace? Who would like really want this to go fast? Because sign me up for those people.
That would
Okay,
be
slow down.
Oh yeah.
No, that's the point.
No. You can break things.
Sign me up for that, yes.
Okay.
That would be the SAIBA Futurists.
It's literally in the name.
Yeah, literally. In the name, they are pushing the boundaries of bleeding edge technology.
Yeah.
They are headquartered in Otawara,
Yeah.
which is the Sky City home of the Moonfolk, like our planeswalker Tamio. So when you go there, you meet some Moonfolk, maybe get to visit a futurist lab, but most likely they're not going to let you in if you're not already a part of the group because they're very secretive about their technology.
Right.
So we have the people that are kind of slow boating it, the people that are rushing it. Is there anybody else that has a stake in this?
Yeah, so everyone's got a stake in it.
Too hot, too cold. What's just right?
Well, I don't even know if we have that, but one group, the ASARI UPRISERS, to them, they're not interested in regulating or controlling access to technology. They think that technology could be a liberating and equalizing force for the people of Kamigawa. So they want everybody to have access to it. And
Sign me up. That one. That one.
in that case, head to the mountain city of Sokansanshi. That is where you're going to find a self-sufficient, independent community of artisans who are building technology into everything that they do. The largest city, Tawashi, is basically Kamigawa's metropolitan location, and members of all of these different groups can be found there. You might also encounter members of the Reckoners, which is kind of a loosely connected criminal organizations who are very practical at how they use technology and magic.
Is there anybody that's kind of anti? Because we've got like these varying levels of approvals. Or anybody that's like, no, we're gonna carry our own water?
So while you are in Tawashi, head to the center of town. There you will see Boseiju, the largest tree in Kamigawa. It's also the oldest tree in Kamigawa. It is gorgeous, it's beautiful. And located near its roots, you'll find a small group known as the Order of Jukai. They would like technology to just stop spreading around the plane. They're happy with their non-technological way of life.
They're like, get off my lawn with it.
Get off my tree roots.
Get off my tree roots.
Get off
Get
my
off my
tree
tree roots. I can definitely see how it'd be difficult for these different groups and their different philosophies to see eye to eye, so which is good because, you know, conflict is drama.
Hey, we need something to fight about.
That is true. We literally need something to fight about. So now that we have an idea of kind of the overall story of Kamigawa, like what's the story of this set? Like what's the inciting incident that's bringing us into this?
Oh yeah, who's causing trouble? Where's the drama?
Besides us.
Such a good question. I'm actually going to bring in my colleague, Harler Schneider, who's one of the product marketing managers for Neon Dynasty.
Oh, Harless is here?
Ooh, okay, Harless.
Harless? Hey!
Welcome.
Hey guys!
Hello!
So happy to be here. And
to the table.
Thank you. I hear we are talking about our most colorful set ever, Kamigawa.
Yeah,
Yes,
you dressed for the
absolutely.
occasion.
That's
Of
true.
course,
Very
I had
neon.
to. All right, so we are trying to get caught up with current events on Kamigawa at the moment, right? Okay,
absolutely.
great.
Yeah.
So I think the best place for us to start is with Kaito. So Kaito was childhood friends with the Emperor of Kamigawa, at least until her mysterious disappearance. Now, Kaito's all grown up now, and he wants answers. He wants to know where his friend went. She disappeared. That's horrible. If you've been following the Neon Dynasty news so far, this isn't going to be the first time you're seeing him, but let's take another look at Kaito Shizuki.
He looks super cool.
Okay, and this is pretty insane that he phases out when he comes into the battlefield. So, you know, you don't have to worry about if you do his minus ability that he's gonna die immediately.
Exactly. I appreciate that you're like, this is what he means for the game of Magic. I'm like, he's got a robotic trash panda.
That is his Tanuki.
Wow, a cyber tanuki.
Yes.
I love a good tanuki.
I mean, whomst among us doesn't?
So, the Emperor's disappearance isn't just, you know, a problem or impactful on Kaito, it's also a problem for the whole plane.
What?
No, right? Remember how, like, the Imperial Court was kind of the seat of authority in Kamigawa? Well, the Emperor of Kamigawa is responsible for partnering with an ancient kami known as Kyodai.
Kyodai, Soul of Kamigawa, 3 white for a 3/3 legendary creature, Dragon Spirit, and it also comes in a borderless treatment.
Together, they oversee those merges between the spiritual and mortal worlds. And right now, the Emperor's gone.
You mentioned those merges before when you were talking about the Imperial Court. Like, is that a common occurrence here on Kamigawa? Does that just happen all the time?
Well, even as high-tech as Kamigawa has become, it still has a really unique and complex relationship with the spirit realm, which is, of course, the home of the kami. Now, kami embody everything from physical locations to abstract concepts. Some are cute, some are awe-inspiring, some are scary, if I'm being honest, and they're very much a part of daily life here. So you might run into a kami on a stroll through the woods, or sitting at the counter of your favorite restaurant having lunch together, or weaving their way through the skyline 10 stories up. So as you can imagine, properly managing these overlaps between realms, between the past and the present, is really important.
And with the Emperor missing, I'm guessing this is becoming a little more than Kyodai can handle by itself.
That's right. Now that he's grown, Kaito's joined up with those tech-loving futurists that Maris did mention earlier.
Well, it's not fair for one group to get all the planeswalkers.
But that's because they're pushing the pace.
Maybe you're right.
Right.
Maybe you're right.
I'm building the deck in real time, like while we're talking about this.
You're gonna be prepared. And that actually gets him in touch with Tamio. So she's a fellow planeswalker who helps him to unravel the mystery of his friend's disappearance. So before long, what they find out is that the artificer planeswalker Tezzeret, of course, infiltrated the royal palace and attacked Kyodai, causing the Emperor's own planeswalker spark to ignite and transport her to another plane.
Sounds good, right? She'd be more powerful.
You'd think so, but unfortunately, as it turns out, the Emperor is actually a character Magic players have met before, all the way back in War of the Spark. And so that means that the missing Emperor is none other than the mysterious planeswalker only known as the Wanderer.
Ooh.
Okay, so that looks really cool.
Yeah, it is.
The Wandering Emperor, 2 white for a 3 loyalty legendary planeswalker with flash and the static ability. As long as the Wandering Emperor entered the battlefield this turn, you may activate her loyalty abilities anytime you could cast an instant. She has a +1 of put a 1/1 counter on up to 1 target creature. It gains first strike until end of turn. -1, create a 2/2 white samurai creature token with vigilance, and -2, exile target tapped creature. You gain 2 life.
Right, you get a face now. We've gotten a face. That is demonstrably better. We have a face.
A lovely face. She looks very young, and she's got this beautiful feathered armor and kind of like flowing robes behind her.
You know, one of the things I love so much about the art in the sets and the fashion in the set specifically is, you know, those folds in her armor are really reminiscent of folding paper for paper craft. So much attention to detail.
And to jump into the magic for just a second, she's a planeswalker with flash. That's pretty cool, and you can activate her loyalty abilities at instant speed.
Okay, but wait a second. If she's a planeswalker, that means she can travel wherever she wants. So why was she gone so long then?
For most planeswalkers, you have control over where you go. You are planeswalking with intention. You're a powerful mage, and you've got plans. You visit somewhere, but then you head off to the next plane. But the Wanderer has the opposite problem. It takes a lot of effort for her to stay in one place. She can't control where she planeswalks to, so that moment when her spark ignited, she just disappeared and she didn't know where she ended up, and she didn't have the ability to get back.
So even when she accidentally maybe comes back home, she doesn't get to stay for long because she's off to the next one.
That's exactly the problem. So Kaido, the Emperor, and Tamio are trying to solve this problem with a little help from a device called the Reality Chip, which they think can help stabilize the Emperor's planeswalker spark.
Better planeswalking through technology.
Exactly. The problem is that the Emperor isn't the only one back in town.
Yeah.
Tezzeret's here.
Again.
And he's got a new card of his own to show off. I'm here to show you Tezzeret, Betrayer of Flesh.
Tezzeret, Betrayer of Flesh, 2 blue for a 4 loyalty legendary planeswalker with the static ability. The first activated ability of an artifact you activate each turn costs 2 less to activate. +1, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards unless you discard an artifact card. -2, target artifact becomes an artifact creature. If it isn't a vehicle, it has a base power and toughness of 4/4. And his -6 ultimate, you get an emblem with whenever an artifact you control becomes tapped, draw a card.
First of all, love that outfit. I would rock that coat. That's the first thing. Let me just say that. But as a person who is made mostly out of flesh, him being a betrayer of flesh is a bit of a red flag, though.
Yeah, there's a lot of red flags where Tezzeret goes, especially since he really doesn't work alone. Last time we saw him, he was helping Nicol Bolas invade Ravnica to steal Planeswalker sparks in War of the Spark. And this time, he's got a new friend by the name of Jin Gitaxias.
Okay, this one is no joke. We have Jin Gitaxias, Progress Tyrant, 5 blue for a 5/5 legendary creature, Phyrexian Praetor. Okay.
All right. I mean, I like the look of this guy.
You shouldn't, he's scary.
I mean, is he like a big deal? I mean, he looks cool.
He's a very big deal.
Okay, but look at Jinkataxi. Like, him just want tummy scritches. Like, look at that. That's it. I mean,
You don't scritch a Phyrexian.
You scritch that tummy and you're gonna get, like, lacerated.
I'm just saying, has anyone tried?
Or dare I say completed?
Right? That sounds positive.
You
right?
can volunteer yourself. I'm not going near a praetor like that.
I'm just saying, I'd give it a shot.
Don't want to be mostly flesh.
Nobody survived to tell us how it went.
Okay, but a
say
little bit
something.
more about Jin Gitaxias as a card. I mean, this seems to be rather difficult to remove, because not only is he a big boy at 5/5, but you're gonna need 2 spells in order to remove him from the battlefield.
Yeah. Once he's here, it's a little hard to dislodge him.
Yeah, what is his stake in this?
Jin-Gitaxias is one of the praetors or rulers of New Phyrexia, which for us is a hellish plane of flesh and metal. So a little bit of flesh, but also metal.
Sounds super legit, though.
And the Phyrexians are looking to assimilate or complete the rest of the multiverse to bring it up to what they consider perfection.
Not planning a vacation there.
No. And Jin-Gitaxias thinks that reality chip is actually going to be a pretty useful tool in his and the other praetors' goals.
But hey, it's fine, because Kaito and the others are gonna be able to keep the reality chip safe, right? Like, it's gonna be all good.
Sure. They managed to drive away Tezzeret and Jin-Gitaxias.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
hey,
good news.
Yeah, no, we're good. Yeah,
They're not
then
gonna
it's-
come out unscathed, unfortunately. So the Emperor ends up planeswalking away again. Tamio's nowhere to be found. And the reality chip is with Jin-Gitaxias back on New Phyrexia, where he can use it to start work on his latest masterpiece.
Masterpiece. No, first of all, no, I think it's good. I think it's gonna be a good thing.
Dave, this evilness that you're... Tezzeret is not who we team up with.
First of all, you've met me. Of course that is who I team up with. But what is this masterpiece? This is gonna be fine. Listen.
We'll get to that. We will get to that. If you want all of the details, like all of the lead-up details to this, the full Neon Dynasty story is available on Webfiction, and also including Kaito's origin story. So you can get Kaito's origin story, the full story of Neon Dynasty, and looking ahead, on February 10th, you can get the official Neon Dynasty webcomic with pictures.
Ooh, can't wait to check that out.
I
Thanks,
mean,
man. We like pictures.
The webcomics have been extremely useful in my visual interpretation of lore and all about it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thanks, Maris.
Yeah, you're welcome. And you know what? I've actually got to run. I've got to charge my sword. So I'm gonna leave you with Harless to take a look at the set and what you're going to see once we start opening packs. So
Appreciate you leaving us in good hands.
Yes,
good to
absolutely.
hang out.
Yeah.
Good to see you. Have fun.
See you soon, Maris. Bye.
Bye-bye. Wait, scooch in, scooch in.
Let's
Get
get closer.
come into
so we
the
can look
bubble
at
here.
Some more cards together.
So now that we have some idea of like the people and places of Kamigawa, like what can we expect from the cards themselves?
Since we're just talking about Kaido and the Emperor, I think we should show off their special ninja and samurai frames.
Yep,
Right.
okay, we got armored up. We got
Yep.
a little classy on the samurai.
It's true. The art's different for him now, but like his eyebrows are still immaculate. I appreciate he's this like ultra dope cyber ninja dude, and I'm like, but his eyebrows.
But grooming still
Grooming's
matters.
important. Yes,
you know,
absolutely.
it's little things.
Yes, and it's not just these two cards that you're gonna find in these frames. Every single ninja and samurai creature card in the set is gonna be available in their respective frame. But it doesn't stop there either.
Okay.
You're gonna also be able to find Kaido, the Emperor, and Tezzeret in special borderless versions too.
Super dope.
Oh, yes. Very cartoonish, very like anime. Beautiful artwork.
It's amazing. And for these special art pieces, we partnered with Kokodo Studio in Japan, who helped connect us with a ton of incredible artists like Terada Katsuya and the legendary Hara Tetsuo, that they were able to put their own unique spin on these characters that we created. And really, when have we seen this on Magic cards before? It's really exceptional.
That is incredible. I also like the second take on Tezzeret. I'm just saying, Betrayer of Flesh, that seems strong. I don't know, did he choose that name for himself or did someone else choose? Maybe it was just a bad breakup. I do like that each of the cards, there's such a different art style and a different take on the character. It's incredible. Like Kaito kind of looks like me in this one. I love it.
I love this lit up in flame outline. And of course, the borderless is just gorgeous. You get so much more art.
And that's so quintessential of their style. It's amazing.
But if the ninja and the samurai have their own special treatment, not to mention their borderless versions, what about everyone else? I mean, do they get their special Kamigawan flair? Do they get a Kamaglow up?
The doors again. The doors, here they are.
2 to 1 now. 2 to 1. Okay, I'm out front.
Well, rares and mythic rares that aren't available in a ninja, samurai, or a borderless frame are going to be available in a soft glow frame. As an example, let's take another look at our villains, this time with a bit of mood lighting for atmosphere.
Oh, this is everything.
That just looks like a romantic evening with Jin-Gitaxias. Come on, look at the light. Look at like the nice little outfit he's wearing. Come on.
I'm sorry, are those teeth where his eyes should be though?
Yes.
Eyes replaced with teeth. That's rough. That's difficult to
Hard to
justify.
explain,
But it's but I'm willing to hear his side of it.
If it were up to me, we'd have neon everything. I love these cards and the neon soft glow border. It really brings us to a different plane. And no, he's still terrifying. teeth for eyes.
He does have teeth where his eyes should be, but hey, none of us are perfect.
Don't look at me with your teeth. That's just rude.
Don't look with me with that look in your teeth. Yeah.
And speaking of mood lighting, let's check in with an old legend from Kamigawa, Hidetsugu, Devouring Chaos.
Hidetsugu, Devouring Chaos, 3 and a black for a 4/4 legendary creature, Ogre Demon. And here it is in its soft glow frame.
That's just really neat looking. That's really cool.
Hidetsugu is special. He's also the only card available in our new neon ink foil treatment.
Ooh.
You can find his red, blue, and green versions in collector boosters, and there's a special yellow version that is exclusively available at Wizards Play Network premium stores.
Oh, come on, the yellow's the coolest.
That is the coolest.
You're gonna be able to go right into your store and pick that one up, but for the other 3, you're gonna wanna crack some collector booster packs.
And I'm always looking for demons that can sacrifice stuff. That's just, Commander, what's up?
Okay, wait, hang on a second. So I'm problematic for wanting to give tummy scritches for Jin Catarxis, but you want to look for demons to sacrifice things.
It's for a practical purpose. I
So
don't
is mine.
support what they're doing.
Oh,
okay,
right.
so we've talked a lot about how good these cards look, but let's talk about what they do too, right? We got ninjutsu back.
It's true. I mean, but they're always around. There's always 3 ninjas in the room, so this makes sense. Now it's in the set.
Yeah, but once he's attacking, I'm gonna take his spot because I'm more powerful.
There we go.
Completely accurate.
So when we were looking at mechanics that we wanted to bring back for Kamigawa, we obviously had to pick this. It's iconic, it's flavorful, and it gives you a lot of chances to outsmart your opponent. And I've actually got another preview card with ninjutsu to show you. So let's take a look at Silver Fur Master.
Silver Fur Master. Pay blue and a black for a 2/2 creature rat ninja with ninjutsu. Blue and a black. Return an unblocked attacker you control to hand. Put this card onto the battlefield from your hand, tapped and attacking. And here it is in its ninja frame.
Okay,
Yeah.
see, we already made it known that I was very pro Rat Folk. Now I'm more pro Rat Folk.
And with good reason, because Silver Fur Master is an insane card. I mean, the top part allows you to get other ninjas onto the battlefield more easily, and then the bottom card, you can just use that like a combat trick to buff everything and get in there for some maximum damage when the guard is already down.
So maybe I'm of an age that a Rat Ninja Master just like resonates in my heart box. I'm just saying, I really
no
like
reason, I
this.
just love pizza and I
just
live underground.
love a Rat Ninja Master. That's all I'm saying. Sign me up for this.
I will say if you like rat, ninja, folk, you're gonna love this set. There's gonna be a lot of really fun stuff in there for you to open. And we've got another returning mechanic from Kamigawa, which is Channel, demonstrated nicely here on Boseiju Who Endures.
Boseiju Who Endures. Legendary land with Channel. Channel allows you to pay a cost and discard this card in order to do an effect. And it also comes in a borderless treatment.
Oh, the tree.
I would live in this tree.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful tree.
Would I give up technology for it? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
but it's
beautiful,
lovely there.
Beautiful tree or Wi-Fi. Those are your options. Right.
But it does also give you flexibility with this ability of Channel, because if you have it in the late game, maybe you don't need it to be a land.
Exactly, and since activating a channel ability doesn't actually count as casting the spell, it's a handy way of sidestepping counter magic.
As someone who's had trouble with counter spells in the past, duly noted. Yeah.
All right, so our next mechanic is also something players have seen before, but this time there's a new twist. So if you were tuning in for the countdown that we did earlier, then you've had a look at this already, but let's spend a little more time with this double-faced saga, the Kami War.
The Kami War. 1 Wooburg for an enchantment saga. Exile this saga, then return it to the battlefield transformed under your control. Okagachi Made Manifest is a 6/6 enchantment creature dragon spirit.
This is so beautiful. Not only is the artwork insane, but this is so cool that the 3rd chapter of the saga transforms it into a creature to live on the battlefield. I mean, that's beautiful.
Exactly. We wanted to do something new with sagas that would really showcase that history of Kamigawa and how important it is to the claim's identity. And what better way to do that than letting the stories literally come to life?
This one, more than anyone I've seen, I want as like a tattoo, like all over my back. Yeah.
It's beautiful. I will say all these double-faced sagas that we have just absolutely beautiful artwork. Like, they're all stunning. And as an added bonus, these sagas also come in an alternative version featuring new art on both sides with the back side in a soft glow frame.
I don't even know which one I like more. This is insane.
It sounds like you all put a lot of thought and effort into the mechanics and how those would help inform the world and like bring it to life.
Absolutely, yeah, we really did. For example, we knew that with the role technology plays on Kamigawa now, there'd be a real focus on artifacts, which you can see on this enterprising member of the Futurists, Enthusiastic Mechanaut.
Enthusiastic Mechanaut. Blue and a red for a 2/2 artifact creature, Goblin Artificer.
But if there's mechanauts roaming around, does that mean there's going to be mechs as well? Because I'm here for giant robots versus dragons.
Well, I think you're gonna be happy because you're gonna be seeing all kinds of vehicles around Kamigawa. We have neon-wheeled motorcycles ridden by rat folk, and all the way to giant robots. So if the latter's got your attention, you should take a look at our next card, Surge Hacker Mech.
Surge Hacker Mech. 4 colorless for a 5/5 artifact vehicle. And here it is in its soft glow frame.
Yeah, no, this is a pretty powerful vehicle. I mean, it is a crew cost of 4, but with Menace, I mean, it's gonna really reward you for having that whole fleet revved up and ready to go.
Now, as for new mechanics, the first I'm gonna show you is something called Modified.
New Mechanic Modified. Equipment, auras you control, and counters are all modifications. Goro Goro, Disciple of Ryusei. 1 and a red for a 2/2 legendary creature, Goblin Samurai, with Modified. And here it is in its samurai frame.
A lot of these decks put equipment and auras onto things, and now there's a word for that. I mean, it's not about how your creatures are geared up. Just want to make sure that they've got something.
Exactly. Yeah. Modified is all about rewarding you for using technology or magic to take your creature to the next level. And it helps show how interwoven that is in everyday life here on Kamigawa. Now, for my last preview.
Oh, last preview.
I'm sorry, I know. I can only do so many. We're gonna be looking at a must-have piece of tech we were just talking about, the reality chip.
Yes.
Apparently, literally everyone wants to get their hands on it.
Everybody's been talking about it.
Hot
Goes
commodity
with
here.
every outfit.
New Mechanic Reconfigure. The Reality Chip. 1 and a blue for a 0/4 legendary artifact creature, Equipment Jellyfish, with Reconfigure. Reconfigure allows you to attach this card to a target creature you control, or unattach from a creature. Reconfigure can only be played as a sorcery. While attached, this isn't a creature. And here it is in its soft glow frame.
Okay, so a creature that can turn into equipment and then back into a creature. Yeah, this seems like a pretty good way to get some extra mileage out of your cards.
Absolutely. I also just personally feel like Reconfigure really captures the spirit of how we imagine technology working on Kamigawa. It's flexible and adaptable in a way that lets you customize your creatures to match whatever situation you're in. Now, before you two go, I've got something else to show you. The commanders for the Neon Dynasty Commander deck.
Yes, please.
Been waiting all day for
I
this.
have, in fact.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's get into it. So first up, heading up the Upgrades Unleashed deck, we have Chishiro, the Shattered Blade.
Chishiro, the Shattered Blade. 2 red-green for a 4/4 legendary creature, Snake Samurai, with Modified.
Oh no, now I gotta move all my aura and equipment into a girl deck. Okay.
So there's Modified again. It seems like the idea is to just keep pushing your upgrades a little further each turn.
Exactly, why stop at 1 upgrade when you can keep pushing that envelope?
You had me at continuing to push the envelope.
Cutting
just
edge.
Right out there on the
Yes.
front end. Yeah.
Absolutely, and if vehicles armor your speed, you're gonna wanna check out this next deck, the Buckle Up deck led by Kotori, Pilot Prodigy.
Kotori, Pilot Prodigy. 1 white-blue for a 2/4 legendary creature, Moonfolk Pilot.
So if vehicles you control all have crew too, then you can slide in with some of those vehicles we saw earlier at a much cheaper cost, get them into the driver's seat, and tune up all your mechs and motorcycles when your artifacts get that vigilance and lifelink. Yeah, not bad.
You know, Harless, this all just looks incredible, and I can tell how much love went into bringing all of this to life. Thank you so much for bringing these previews to share with us.
Thank you both for coming to talk to me about it. It's always nice to see you two. You guys wanna go crack some packs?
More than anything.
Yes,
I was
okay,
hoping
right,
you would
fine.
have.
You know, that's exactly, yes. The one thing we've yet to do today. Crack some packs.
Yes, please.
Well, everyone, it has certainly been exciting getting all caught up on Kamigawa here.
Wait a second.
Oh.
Hi, guys. Hi. It's me, Matthew Lillard. You may recognize me from several terrible movies in the 90s, but you may also recognize me from Beetle and Grimm's.
Yeah, hey.
So we are now working with Magic to create something for the Magic community. So this has never been seen before. It's very exciting. This is our Platinum Edition backpack.
Wow.
Oh, I
And
thought
if you listen, it's got all kinds of stuff in it. And then this is Pon Pon. Have
what a
you seen
cutie.
Pon Pon? How adorable. Would you like to hold Pon Pon?
Pon Pon, please. Thank you.
And then this is our ogre head life
Run.
counter.
Oh, see, that's cute to me.
Death is upon us. All the numbers roll down.
Good click.
But everything you could possibly want in gaming elements are included in the backpack. There's this LED line play mat.
Look at the size of this thing.
Hold
You
it
got
up.
Half what else is in here?
There's tokens, ability tokens, there's deck boxes, sleeves, there's vaults, there's full card folio, there's all kinds of things you need. You can go to beetlegrims.com and you can check it out. It's got all the information you need and it's awesome.
You can find Neon Dynasty on Arena starting February 10th, at pre-releases starting February 11th, and in stores starting February 18th.
Amazing.
That's your birthday also.
It's my birthday.
It's your birthday!
Happy birthday. Yeah. And you know what I want for my birthday?
What's that?
This.
No! I need that!
Fine, thank you.
I need pot! I need pot! I need pot! Hi! Okay. You guys should check out Kamigawa. It's awesome. Bye.
Hey, didn't Maris say we were supposed to find out about that masterpiece Jin Gataxias was working on?
With the Phyrexians, I feel like maybe it's better for us if we don't know.
Can't argue with that.